Hey ladies, today's topic is boost your self-worth to instantly attract better relationships. So today I'm going to give you 7 tools that you can use immediately on how to boost your self-worth so that you can get these better relationships. Today's plan is we're going to go over each tool individually. Then we're going to talk about how to do it and then why it works. So we're going to go one at a time with the tool, how to do it, why it works, and then we can get out of here. While you're listening to me, I'm Mike Goldstein, founder of Easy Dating Coach. Been in the self-improvement space for my whole life. Professionally, my own business, 11 years, best-selling author, most successful coach in the country with an 83% success rate, getting folks into relationships, and now also doing work on myself to really get me to be the best version. So a lot of this advice I'm going to be going through just alongside you. All right, let's hop right in. Tool number 1 is practice self-compassion daily. So let's stop, and I'm going to look at my notes because I wrote a lot about this. Stop being your own critic. Self-compassion, as researched by Dr. Kristen Neff, is linked to greater emotional resilience and healthier relationships. So how are we going to practice self-compassion daily? 1, replace negative self-talk with affirmations like, I'm doing the best I can. And I want everyone to know that is entirely true. I'm doing the best I can today. Maybe your best today is not your best ever, but today this is how you can show up. If today's a rough day, this is your best. And feel that, know that this is the best I can do today. Number 2, treat yourself as kindly as you would a friend. We are so much nicer to our friends. Let's pretend we're that friend and let's treat ourselves that way. Why this works. When you're kinder to yourself, you project confidence and emotional stability, which attracts emotionally secure partners. All right, number 2, this is so important. Set and enforce boundaries. People with higher self-worth don't tolerate disrespect or settle for less. Boundaries show that you value yourself and your emotional well-being. So how do you do this? Obviously, let's define what's acceptable and what's not in a relationship. Do this before you get in the relationship. Once the oxytocin, once all the hormones are in there, all of a sudden what's acceptable becomes a lot broader of a range than if we do it before we meet the person and have all the chemicals. Next, communicate boundaries clearly and stick to them. Do not be a doormat. If you have a boundary, they cross it and there's no consequence, they're going to cross boundaries left and right for eternity. So why this works? Healthy boundaries signal to others that you're secure, which attracts people who will respect and value your limits. Number 3, celebrate small wins to build confidence. Confidence comes from consistent small achievements. Psychological studies show that acknowledging even minor accomplishments boosts dopamine levels and reinforce positive behaviors. How do we do this? Set mini goals and celebrate your progress. Reflect on your wins daily, no matter how small. Even if it's, hey, I got out of bed today. Hey, I made my bed. Hey, I got a glass of water. Celebrate. It works. Why it works? Confidence is magnetic. The more you acknowledge your own values, the more others will too. Number 4. I need to hear this one. Stop seeking validation from others. When you constantly seek validation, you give away your power. According to research by Dr. Guy Winch, self-validation leads to healthier relationships and higher emotional independence. How do we do this? Practice self-affirmations that reinforce your worth. Ask yourself, do I approve of this decision before seeking others' opinions? Why it works. Self-validation makes you less needy, and emotionally secure people naturally attract higher quality partners. Number 5, surround yourself with high vibe people. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. According to social psychology studies, being around positive, uplifting people boosts your confidence and self-worth. How to do it? Spend time with people who encourage and inspire you. Get rid of those that don't. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy or lower your confidence. Why it works. Being around people who appreciate and uplift you reinforce positive self-image, making you a magnet for healthier relationships. Number 6, focus on your passions and purpose. Pursuing what lights you up increases self-worth by giving you a sense of meaning and accomplishment. Studies show that people who are passionate and purpose-driven are perceived as more attractive and inspiring. So how do we do this? Dedicate time to activities that bring you joy. Set goals that align with your passions. Why it works. Purpose gives you a glow that draws in like-minded, high-value partners. Let's be honest, nothing is sexier than a person on purpose. On their purpose, sexy. All right, number 7, visualize and embody your best self. Visualization is a powerful tool that rewires your brain for success. Neuroscientific studies show that imagining your ideal self activates the same neural pathways as actually achieving those goals. Say that again. Imagining your ideal self activates the exact same neural pathways as actually achieving those goals. Think about how powerful that is. All right, how do we do that? Spend 5 minutes daily visualizing your most confident, self-loving self. And then act as if you're already that person in your interactions. I'm a big sports guy. And I used to, when I had a big soccer game, imagine the move I was going to do, imagine where I was kicking it to get that goal. And I would play so much better because you're already you're kind of telling your body, this is how we're going to move. This is what we're going to do. This is where the ball's going to go. All top athletes spend time doing this. All right, and why this stuff works, visualizing and embodying your best self. When you embody your best self, you naturally attract partners who align with that energy. Final thoughts. Boosting your self-worth isn't just about feeling good. It's about transforming the way others perceive and treat you. When you radiate confidence and self-love, you naturally attract relationships that reflect your value. All right, make sure you rewatch this video over and over again and use these tools. Your self-love will go through the roof, and then the stuff incoming for you is going to be so much better. So take advantage of this stuff. Anyway, love all of you. See you next video.